You're listening to the Ask Drone U podcast. You ask, we answer your drone questions. Whether you're here to turn your passion into profit or you simply fly for fun, we're a community of learners and teachers who aspire to achieve greatness. We are
Drone U.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a fun and informative podcast of Ask Drone U. My name is Paul.
My name is Rob. Thank you guys for joining us today. Episode number 14. That is absolutely not the right episode number. This is actually...
Episode number 14 coming to you from 2013.
No, I was going to say 1450. I stopped myself before I finished that number, but there you go. This is actually 938. Either way, whatever the number of this episode is, we're really glad that you're hanging with us.
We appreciate it, and we appreciate your feedback, appreciate your reviews on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you download the show. Today's show will be rather quick. Sounds like someone is having some trouble with some video, and looks like they were filming a race and things were out of focus, a little blurry. And we're going to try to clear things up a bit and see if we can help him out and maybe help you out when you're shooting action sports. Because when you're shooting action sports, there should be some precautions that you take when shooting to ensure that you always get the right shot. So let's go ahead and hear today's question, which is brought to you by our friendly and unreal, and I mean unreal because they're unrealistically positive in our Drone U community. If you're not a part of the Drone U community, you should, because it's made up of people who are lifelong learners. They're people who want to help you out because one day they know you'll probably help them out. There are people who are aware of karma, and there are people who are aware that by doing things together, we will be able to accomplish more. If you want to be a part of a group that's always growing and learning so you can grow and learn yourself, whether that's in your mind or your profit, either way, whether you want to grow, check out the Drone U community at droneu.education. And I'm sure you guys love that off-script advertisement, which I really botched.
No, it's all good. I think everybody gets it. All right, here's Carl.
Hey guys, my name is Carl Smith. I'm with ZionDrones.org out in St. George, Utah, and I recently filmed a bicycle race. It was pretty spectacular, looking at the mountains and the scenery, and it looked pretty awesome, except for the cyclists. They appeared a little fuzzy, not as crisp and clear, and I shot it in 4K, 30 frames per second on my Phantom 4 Pro. I was wondering what I could do in the camera settings to try to get the cyclists as they're zipping by to be a little crisper, clearer in the video. Thanks.
Thanks, Carl. Sounds like actually a really cool event. Have you seen those guys? I don't know if it was mountain biking or what, but those mountain bikers are absolutely nuts.
St. George, Utah is known for being a playground.
It's a cool
and
place.
I'm wondering if it was road biking or mountain biking. Either way, it'd be fun to shoot.
Yep.
So he's saying that his subjects were blurry. This could be from a myriad of problems. Problem number one, shutter speed was too slow. When you're filming action sports, typically you should be filming at a faster frame rate, especially if you want to slow it down, speed it up, or be flexible with the footage. Oftentimes, a lot of people shoot at 4K 60 just because they can crop in without losing resolution if they output to 1080. In addition, that higher frame rate is also forcing the camera to shoot at a higher shutter speed. Now, if he was using an ND filter, Rob, typically the shutter speed would be slowed down already, which could have been the cause of his problem. He could have not had his camera set up properly, could have set it on auto exposure. He also could have been, frankly, flying too far away. I mean, it could literally be that simple.
Yeah.
Without knowing more about the situation, it's difficult to give him the right solution. But that being said, I mean, just based off of what he said, I would say shoot in 4K 60, make sure your shutter speed is at least double the frame rate, maybe a little bit faster. So if he's shooting 4K 60, shutter speed should be like 1/120. I would even shoot 1/200, maybe 1/300.
Is that more challenging to shoot that way?
No.
Okay.
No, it's
so there's
just
no
a
reason.
setting.
There's no reason to not do that.
Correct. Okay. Now, it kind of to help you guys understand, help you ladies and gentlemen understand. You remember the days we used to go into CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart, and we would buy those disposable cameras? Remember those things? Yeah, a camera you could throw away. I know, it's crazy, right? Well, if you remember when you used to buy those cameras, I mean, Rob, help me out here. when you used to buy disposable cameras, do you remember there would be like a family portrait one, and then there'd be like an action sports one, and then there'd be like the one that could like do it all?
I vaguely remember that. I didn't pay that much attention. If I needed one, I just grabbed what was there. I wouldn't have actually seen what was on the base of it.
Well,
I know what you're talking about.
The action sports one would just be essentially shooting at a faster shutter speed, and that's what gave it that beautiful marketing ploy of now it's an action sports camera. So, yep, that's simple.
Well done.
Well, I think we knocked that question out of the park, Bob. No, really. I mean, that was pretty simple. If you have a question, go to askdroneu.com. And by the way, if you'd like a landing pad or 5, because if you're doing drone mapping, you traditionally need 5 ground control points in any map in order to have a accurate geolocation. Well, if you want to have landing pads that are going to reduce your reprojection error, that are going to be organized so you can import your GCPs and not mark the wrong GCP, and you need some scale constraints in your maps, well, good news. The DroneU GCP landing pads solve all of those problems, so make sure you check them out in the link below. Anyway, that is going to do it for us today. Thanks again for listening to this very short episode of Ask DroneU. My name is Paul.
My name is Rob.
This is Ask DroneU.